Hello, Gibby Gibster here, and today we are going to be reviewing our Road to Master Set Powder Evolved binder. The aim of the Road to Master Set Powder Evolved series was to see if we could complete a master set in the 3-month gap between main sets, or at least see how much of a master set we could get. This includes reverse hollows, which makes it a lot harder. I'm sorry this has taken a while, but I tried to use a few online binder trackers, but it just kept freezing because I was adding so many cards. So I just ended up doing it the old-fashioned way by counting and calculating the percentages myself. This was a long and pretty difficult, but I did it in the end. I haven't added any cards to the binder since Obsidian Flames was released on the 11th. So let's get into this. I'm going to show you the binder page by page, and you can see what we got, and I'll tell you what cards are missing. Then at the end of each section, e.g. the main set, the illustration rares, the special illustration rares, I'll give you the number of cards we have and the complete percentage. This might be a long video, so get ready, sit back and relax, and let's go. Please like, comment and subscribe. So we'll get on to it with page number 1, which is here. It's quite hard to film this, but we shall persist. So on page 1 we are missing the reverse hollow jump bluff. If you want to know where their normal cards are, I like to slide them in behind the reverse hollows. It just saves space in the binder. Otherwise, you'd have to get the 4 cross binders, the 12-page binders, and they're quite expensive. So we're doing it like this. So on this first page, we're missing the reverse hollow jump bluff and the reverse hollow Vesper Queen. On to page 2, which is this page. On page 2, we are just missing the reverse hollow Upon the Snow. We've pulled it in hollow format so many times, but we are missing the reverse hollow. So on page 3, the only card we are missing is the reverse hollow Bramblin number 22. So there's a 22 Bramblin and a 23 Bramblin. They do this with most sets. If it's a new Pokemon getting into a set, that you give it 2, like the Nimble up here. Got 2 different Nimbles and you get 2 different Bramblins. So we're missing reverse hollow Bramblin number 22. So on page 4, we are just missing the reverse hollow Pyro, which we should get eventually, which is quite good. And then on page 5, we have our first complete page. So both EXs, all the normal cards, and all the reverse hollows. So that's our first complete page. On to page 6. 6 or 7? No, we are on to page 6. So on page 6, we are missing the reverse hollow Ice Cube, which, funny enough, is one of my favourite Pokemon because it's Penguin, and I love penguins, but we're missing the reverse hollow. A lot of the reverse hollows we're missing are reverse hollow rares, or the reverse hollows of hollows, because they're a lot harder to pull. So on page 7 is our second complete page. Got all the hollows, reverse hollows, and the X's. So that's another complete page, which is quite good. And then on page 8, we are missing the reverse hollow Raichu up here, and also the reverse hollow Luxray. On page 9, we have our first empty slot, the only empty slot in the main set, which is Belly Bolt EX. All the others are complete. The only one we're missing on this page is Belly Bolt EX. On to the next page. Page number 10 is a whole complete page. Got all of them. It's very nice. Now, page 11, we're also missing 2, which is the reverse hollow Gofferita and also the reverse hollow Oranguru, which is not too bad. I think that's our only. We only have two pages with 2 cards missing. On to the next page, page number 12, with the Tink Tink line. All completed. This is another complete page. And then on to next page, which is page 11. We are missing the reverse hollow Sudowoodo, which is up here. Reverse hollow Sudowoodo we're missing. Next page, on to page 14, is complete. All reverse hollows, all regulars. Very nice. On to the next page. 2 seconds. Number 15, all complete. All hollows and reverse hollows. Very nicely done. And then page 16, which is this side, this is complete as well. On to page 16, we are missing the reverse hollow Mastiff, number 142. So we've got the 141 reverse hollow Mastiff, but we're missing the reverse hollow Mastiff 142. Page 17, which is this side with the metal hand dragon all on one page. It's complete, all completed, all of hollows and reverse hollows. Page 18, also all complete with our least favourite Pokemon, the Pelipper. Got that one. Page 19, also all finished with Squawkabilly EX. All the hollows and reverse hollows are completed. The next page is the second to last trainer page. All of these are completed, all of hollows and reverse hollows. Reverse hollow boss's orders up there under the hollow. Then this next trainer page, all completed, hollows and reverse hollows. I think the trainers are probably the easiest of the hollows and reverse hollows to complete. I think there's only a couple that are quite a little bit difficult, like the choice bell. We struggled to get the regular one for a while, and also the reverse hollow, but there's only 2 or 3 that are actually quite hard to get. And then on to the last 4 trainer cards up here on the left. We've got all those non-hollow and reverse hollow. So on the main set, we are missing 12 reverse hollows and 1 EX. So that's 164 reverse hollows out of 176, which is 93.18% complete. And then 16 out of the 17 EX cards, which is 94.12%. And then we got 176 out of 176 regular non-hollows, which is 100%, which is obviously the easiest section to complete. So we got 176 of the non-hollows, regular non-hollows, and 164 of the reverse hollows, and 17 of the EXs, which equals 357. So we got 357 out of 369 cards in the main set, including reverse hollows. So that's a 96.75% of the main set complete. So that's pretty good, I think. We're only missing a couple of the reverse hollows, which are obviously you only get 2 per pack unless you get a illustration rare or special illustration rare, then you only get 1 per pack. and you have to complete the whole set, which is quite a lot. So a 96.75% of the main set complete, I am very, very happy with. So now we'll go into the subsets. First one being the illustration rares. So on this first page, we have 5 illustration rares. We're missing 4 of them. We do have one, which is one of my favourites out of the illustration rares, the Sprigatito. It's so cute, and the artwork is very detailed. I love these very detailed artworks. It's one of my favourite types of styles, is when they're very detailed and realistic. So the 4 we are missing on this page. First one, number 1, the Heracross, which is trying to cross the road. The Tropius, the big giraffe. Well, not a giraffe, but it looks very giraffe-like, being in the jungle with its head in the treetops trying to eat. And then we got number 3, which is the Sprigatito. Love the Sprigatito. And then number 4, the Florigato, evolution of Sprigatito, we are also missing. It's also my favourite line, the Sprigatito line. And the last one we're missing on this page is Bramblin. So on that first page, we only have 1 of the 5 illustration rares. So on page 2 of the illustration rares, I'll show you what we have already, and I'll tell you what we're missing. So we have that amazing Magikarp, second most valuable card in the set. Amazing artwork. It is a beautiful artwork. Not normally my style, but I think this is a very good artwork. It's very nice. And then on the bottom, we have the illustration rare Quaxley. It's my least favourite line out of the 3 starters, but it's the line I completed first. So we got the illustration rare Quaxley, and also illustration rare Quaxwell. No, Quaxwell, not Quaxwell. Quaxwell. So I'll quickly go over what we are missing on this. So in this top corner here, we are missing the Fletchinder. It's very nice artwork, sitting in front of the fire. The Pyro, very Lion King-y vibes. Not as Lion King-y vibes as Tauros, but still quite Lion King vibes. The Fuecoco, probably one of people's favourite illustration rares. And then the Crocodile goes here. And we've got the Magikarp. And then the Meryl. Oh, I really wanted that Meryl. I will be chasing it still. It's such cute artwork. And then another one I will be chasing still is the Ice Cube. I'm so disappointed I missed the Ice Cube getting his head stuck in the refrigerator. But these are cards I will be going for still. We'll go on to next page. Page 3 of the illustration rares. So we start with our Frigibacks in this top left corner. It's all difficult to film top left corner on this camera. But there we go. We have the Frigibacks. Then we have the Miss Magius. It's actually very nice artwork, but it reminds me a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sort of style, or those sort of things, Magic the Gathering style. But it's Pokemon, but I still like the artwork. The Gothorita, so we're missing the reverse holo, but we got the illustration rare, which is quite funny. And the last one we have on this page is the Rapska. Very cool artwork. So, go on to what we are missing. So page 3, we got Frigibacks. We're missing the Artifacts and Neckbacks Excalibur. The whole line of the whole artwork. People like that artwork style. I don't mind that artwork style, but it's not a style for me. And then we're missing the Raichu, the sleepy Raichu in the bunk bed. Very, very upsetting. And then we got the Miss Magius and the Gothorita. And then we're missing that sandy gust in its little sand pit. I think it's quite funny artwork. It reminds me of Toy Story, where all the toys are coming out of the sand pit on the first movie. Reminds me of that. Then we do have the Rapscat. And then the last one we're missing on this page is the Tink. So we have 4 of the 9 from this page. So on to page 4. Show you what we do have. Oh, another camera adjustment. So we have the Sudowoodo. Very funny artwork, pretending to be a little tree on the side of the building, opposite the other trees. Very, very funny and cool artwork. And then we have the Knackley. It's quite cool artwork, sitting on the worktop. Very nice. The Paldea and Whooper in its little mud pit, just head poking out, quite cool. Reminds me of the Sandar from Skull and Violet. And then we have the 3rd highest priced card, the Tyranitar, or fourth, because it's Iono, special illustration rare, Magikarp, Iono full art, and then it's the Tyranitar, so number 4. But look at that artwork, Godzilla, very Godzilla-like, looking up at this big, powerful Pokemon, very cool artwork. And then the last card on this page, oh, 2 seconds. The last card on this page is the Rookidee. Silly little Rookidee, group of Rookidee eating birdseed, and one of them's got loads of birdseed on its face. Very fun, cool artwork for a very common, regular Pokemon. So we go on to this next page, the last page of the... Oh, I didn't tell you which ones we were missing. Let's go back, so we'll go on to the ones we are missing. This one's the Tinkertuff. And then the Paldea is very liking-y, where all the bison are running down, all the wildebeest are running down that cavern. Very liking-like. Then we have the Sudowoodo, we have the Knackley, we have the Paldea and Whooper, and we have the Tyranitar. So 4 in a row we got there. And then the next one we're missing is the Graphite. Very cool artistic artwork. Obviously, it's an arty Pokemon, so it's got an artistic artwork, and it's a very cool artwork. I do like it. And then we have the Orthworm. Reminds me of Dune, the film. The one in the desert reminds me of that a lot. So this is probably our best page for illustration rares. We have 5 of the 9 available. Now we're going to the next page. So on the next page for illustration rares, there's only 4 illustration rares on this page. Yeah, there's 4 cards. And we only have 1 of the cards available, which is the last illustration rare, the Dunsparce. Not a very popular Pokemon, and people thought Dunsparce was going to get amazing, powerful, Mega Dragon Pokemon evolution, but they just added another section to it, which I find quite funny. But there we go, the Dunsparce illustration rare. So the other 3 illustration rares we are missing go on the top row. So we're missing the Mousehold, which I see people pull loads, but I didn't pull it, and I've opened a lot of packs. And then we're missing the Flamigo. People like that artwork, I'm not that much of a fan of the artwork. And then we got the Farigiraf, which we are missing. But there we go. So we go on to... So on that subset, the illustration rare subset, we have 14 out of possible 36. Which is 38.89%, which is not too good, but there are so many illustration rares, and there's also a lot of other things that go in that slot, and I do feel the illustration rares are harder to pull than the special illustration rares in this, and I'll prove that when we get onto that subsection. But we'll go on to our next subsection, which is a full art section. So on page 1, we have... Where are we? Page 1. We have 3 cards completed. The 3 cards that are here, we have the Wu Chen EX, the Skeleturge EX, and the Chi Yu EX full art. All of these are full arts. Very nice full arts indeed. And the 2 full arts we are missing from this section are the Fortress EX goes here, the Terra Fortress EX full art, and then the Masquerada EX full art. And on page 2 is probably one of our most complete pages, I think. Camera adjust. We have the Quackwavel EX full art, the Chepow EX full art. The first full art we pulled, and then before we pulled another full art, we pulled it again. And then the Bellybolt EX full art. So we've got the Bellybolt full EX full art, but we can't get the regular Bellybolt EX. It's just the ways these binder collections go sometimes. And then we got Terrestrial Dedenne EX. I'm currently watching Pokemon X and Y, the series. Obviously, Dedenne's Bonnie's partner Pokemon through the whole series. So I quite like him, Dedenne, now. And then we got the Tinkaton EX, all pink artwork with a bit purple for a hammer. Very nice full art. And then we got the Lycanroc EX. And probably one of my favourite of the full arts because of the colouring, the pink and that blue, the Annihilate EX. So I didn't get the regular EX, got taken out and put into that box, the Annihilate EX box. And Pikachu EX was put into the set, which is quite weird, but I do like that Pikachu, so I'm not too upset about that. So as you can see, we're only missing 2 cards on this page. We've got 7 of the 9. 2 cards we are missing are, this one's the Terra Slowking EX, and this bottom one is the Ting Lu EX. So on to our next page of full arts, which is page 3. We're missing quite a few up here. We'll go into it. So the first one we got is the Noivern EX. Very, very nice artwork. I do like the Noivern EX full art. I don't like the regular EX. I don't think it looks very good for the Pokemon, but I do like that full art. Then we got Squawkabilly full art. Very nice. And then 2 trainers on the bottom. We have Dendra full art and Giacomo full art. Very, very nice. Get back to our other camera view. So annoying because there's only a little adjustment, but I've got to do it every single time. So on page 3, we're missing quite a lot of full arts. So this top one is the Clodsire, Paldea Clodsire EX full art. And then the Copperajah EX full art. Then we got the Noivern, and then we got the Squawkabilly. And then we get onto the trainer full arts. This one will be the boss's orders. This one is Clavel. Then we have the Dendra. And then we're missing Faulkner. And then we have the Giacomo. So on this page we have 4 out of the 9 full arts. And then page 4, there's only 3 full art cards on this page. We have all 3, all at the top, so I've got to do my little adjustment again. So we have the Grusha full art, the second most valuable card in the set, the Iono full art, or is it third? Might be third. I don't know. Can't remember. They keep changing. I think the Iono full art and the Magikarp illustration rare. And then the Swallow full art. Obviously, I've been saying that. I was saying his name wrong a lot of the time, and then I googled it, and it is pronounced Swallow. So we have the last 3 full arts for that page. So on the full art section, we have 17 out of the 24 available. So that is a 70.83% complete ratio, which is pretty good, considering we're only collecting for about 3 months. That's pretty good pull rate. So now we're going into the big boy section, the special illustration rare section. Page 1, we have 6 cards available, and we're missing the first 2, but there we have the next 4, so I'll show you what they are. So we have the Skeledirge EX Special Illustration Rare. It's probably a lot of people's favourite illustration rare if you take out the values, because obviously I own Special Illustration Rare is the big card in this set. But for artwork and popularity Pokemon, it's probably Skeledirge EX. And then we have my favourite Special Illustration Rare artwork, which is the Chi-Yu EX. Just look at it. It is such an amazing artwork, very detailed, and it looks amazing. It's just such an amazing artwork, and I love it. And then we have the Special Illustration Rare Quackwevel EX, so I completed the whole Quaxley illustration line, and it's funny because it's my least favourite line, and I packed the Quaxley, the Quaxwell, and the Special Illustration Rare Quackwevel EX before I pulled any of the other of the starter lines, and we only got 1, which is the Sprigatito and the Special Illustration Rare Skeledirge. And then we have another favourite artwork of mine. It's not better than a Chi-Yu EX, but it's the Chen Pao EX Special Illustration Rare. Very, very nice work and a very playable Pokemon. So we shall say which of the cards are missing. You could probably guess which ones are missing. They're both grass Pokemon. So the first one is the Masquerada EX, one of my part of the Sprigatito line, which is my favourite line. Great artwork, that one. And then we have the Wu Chen EX Special Illustration Rare. And then we go on to page 2 of the Special Illustration Rares, which is not complete, but probably the most valuable page. So we have the Dinkaton EX Special Illustration Rare. I've pulled 2 of these. I pulled one, and then in the next video I pulled another one, which is just how it goes for me. Sometimes it takes ages for me to pull it, and I'll pull it, and then I'll pull it again in the next video or the video after. And then we have the Special Illustration Rare Boss's Orders. It's actually a very nice artwork. I do like this artwork. And go down to the big card, the Special Illustration Rare Iono. I've put 1 in this binder because I have pulled 3 of the Special Illustration Rare Ionos. So I'll have 1 in my binder and 2 in my special valuable card binder. So there we go, the big card, the Special Illustration Rare Iono. And then next to it, we have the Special Illustration Rare Swallow. Also have another one of these. So I've got 2 of the Swallows, and I do like this artwork. Having a little clean up of all these Pokemon around him. Very nice indeed. So we shall go on to what we are missing for the last page of Special Illustration Rares. So we are missing Stinglu, which goes here, and Squawkabilly, which goes here. So the last 2 is Tinglu and Squawkabilly. And then we are missing, then we have the Boss's Orders, We're missing the Dendra, which is actually quite a very nice one. We're missing the Giacomo, which is also a very nice one I like. And we're also missing the Grusha, which is another special illustration rare I really like. So all three of these I actually really like. I did pull Big Iono, but then I pulled Sparrow and Boss's Orders, which I don't like as much as the other three. But that's just how it goes. So out of the special illustration rare section, we have 8 of the 15 available. And that comes to a 53.33% complete rate for the special illustration rares. So done better on the special illustration rares than the illustration rares, maybe because there's more illustration rares than there are special illustration rares. So that levels out a bit. It's harder to get a certain illustration rare than it is a certain special illustration rare, because it's only a 1 in 15 chance for a special illustration rare, and other than illustration rares, which is a 1 in 36 chance. So we get onto our gold page. There's 9 gold cards in this set. It's normally only 3, but it is made out of 3 sets, so 3 makes sense. So we have a Masquerade gold card. Very nice. Probably the best gold card, the Skeletor EX gold card. And then we're missing 4 in a row. And then we get to the gold superior energy retrieval. And then we also have the gold water energy. So we're missing 4 of the gold cards, which are the Quacklevel, the Chimbao, the Tinglu, the Super Rod, and the gold leaf energy, which is quite weird, but that's just the way it goes. It should have been a fighting energy because of Snow Hazard and Clay Burst, and Tinglu being the fighting Pokemon, but they've already used it for the Koraidon, so they put the leaf energy in for some reason, maybe because of Masquerade, but I don't know. But they already used the fighting energy, so they had to use a different energy. So that is it for the proper set, but we also have the promo page, which I'm quite proud of. We do have all the promos that come with Paldea Evolved products, but they don't count towards the set. So we've got the Pikachu Pokemon Center exclusive promo. Very nice. And we got the regular Pikachu promo. It's also very nice. And then we got the Excalibur Build and Battle promo, which took till the last Build and Battle video to pull, and we got 2 of them in that last video, which was quite annoying. And then we got the Tinkaton promo, the Murkrow promo, which was the rarest promo for us. We only got this one. And then the most common promo, and why I hate Pelipper, the Pelipper promo. Yeah, we pulled so many of them. I've actually got a page, if I find it quickly. Yes, here we go. Look at that. I have a page full of the Pelipper promos. 6 more there. So we got 7 altogether. But every time I opened Build a Battle one, I'd get 1 Pokemon and then 2 Pelippers or a Pelipper. It was just so annoying, because I just needed that 1 Excalibur for ages, and I got about 4 Pelippers before I got the Excalibur in the last video. And then we have the 3-pack Blister promos, the Tink, and the Varoom. Varoom has that amazing swirl there. Very nice. And then we got the single pack Blister promos, the Smoliv and the Growlithe. And these are not technically promos. They're not Black Star promos, but they are promos. These are in the Check Lane blisters, which is the Arbalova line, and the Paw Mot line. and I just have them there because it's cool, but it won't be counting the promos toward the actual count of the set because they're not part of the set technically. So, main set, we completed 357 of the cards. Add the 43 we have in all the subsets, so the illustration rares, the special illustration rares, and the full arts, and the gold cards. We have 43 of them, so add them together, you get 400. And in the main set, there's 369 cards available for a complete set, and 84 cards available for a complete subset, so that's 453. So we got 400 out of 453 cards, which is quite funny that we actually got it dead on 100. So 400 out of 453 equals 88.3% complete. So we completed 88.3% of the Paldea Evolved set in 3 months. So please like, comment, subscribe, because this has been a very long series, and doing this last bit was very, very long because I had to calculate it myself, because the binder trackers on some sites, I've tried a couple and they just froze as soon as I started putting in more than 20 or 30 cards. So I just gave up and done it manually. But I will go on to the next steps. Next steps in this set is, it all depends on what you have. If you have, I'd say, if you have 8 of the top 10 valued cards already, I've already got the Iono. I'll quickly flip over because these are the spare cards we got, which are quite big cards, but they're spares. So we got a spare Skeledoji EX full art, the Chempao EX full art, gold superior energy retrieval, and then we get on to special illustration rare Swaro, a spare special illustration rare Iono, a spare Swaro full art, Miss Magius illustration rare, Tinkerton promo, Black Skeletor promo. Obviously, you've just seen 6 Pelipper promos. We've got a spare, we've got another Tinkerton spare promo, some Pikachus, reverse Pikachus, and a couple of EXs. I like to do that, just have them in that binder in case someone wants to take one, and it's there. So, obviously, next steps, I'd say, if you have pretty much near a complete set like I do, and you have most of the high value cards, then go buy the singles of the cards you need, because it'll cost a lot less than it would buying packs and opening and trying to pull them. Because I think even the Iono now, the special illustration rare Iono is about £80 for a good one, £90. So it's not that much of a value, and then you drop to the Magikarp or the Iono foil art, which is sitting around about £35–40, I think. So they're not that much compared to, if you buy packs, that'll be 10 packs, and the chances of pulling a secret illustration rare Iono in 10 packs is very low and very hard to do. So I would say just go out and buy the singles that you need, because it will cost a lot less than opening product and trying to pull them yourself. I know you've got to try and open products to pull the cards, which is the fun bit about this, but as I've said, we go from the release of one set to the release of the next main set, which is normally a 3-month gap. There's another set you can go out and start completing and opening and trying and complete that set, and you could just buy the singles for this set and it's complete. And you don't have to worry about it too much. Or you can wait for another year or so, because there'll be Paldea Evolved packs in loads of different products that will be coming out soon. So you'll be getting more Paldea Evolved, but I'd say the best step you can take after doing this is just go out and buy the singles and complete the set, because it'd be a lot cheaper than trying to open them and pack them. But there we go, that's our final Road to Master Set Paldea Evolved binder. Please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and this series will be coming again soon when there is another set that I think is worthy. Might be doing it on Paradox Rift, depending on what the cards are like, but I'll let you know a couple weeks before that set drops if we're going to be doing one. And it also depends on my situation, because there's a lot going on in my life and I might not have time or the money to be doing another road to master set for a little bit, but it will be returning. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.